Welcome to Dicta, your weekly dose of law school and bar exam info. I'm Carrie Ann.
And I'm Puyan, and we're the co-founders of Vinco. So this week, we're going to be discussing something very interesting. How to find a job, or what are your prospects of finding a job after completing law school?
So, did you have a job when you graduated law school?
Begrudgingly, I did, but it was a special kind of circumstance where it's known now as an incubator program where the law school will kind of hire you it was like a fellowship for a year. And upon completion, they offered us the opportunity to start our own practice, which Carrie Ann and I partnered up and started our own practice. And then we subsequently created this program called Vinco.
This amazing resource for all you law students and bar exam candidates.
But actually, my primary focus, my day-to-day is on running an immigration law firm.
Is that what you do?
Sometimes. When I'm not on Facebook, I'm running the immigration law firm.
That sounds more like it. So I obviously did the same thing. That's where Puyan and I met. Even though we went to the same law school, I joined this fellowship also, not knowing I wanted to be my own boss one day.
I actually think I convinced you.
I'm pretty sure. He was like, I'm going to open my own law firm. I was like, hey, I'm going to do that with you. And now here we are all this time later. But we were employed at graduation. That's the important factor here. And I would say you were kind of employed exactly where you wanted to be at that moment in time.
It was my plan 2 years prior. By the end of my 1L year, I knew I wanted to be a business owner. I wanted to start my own practice. How can I do that in the fastest way possible? And then this incubator program opened up a year before I graduated, and I was all over it. I was like begging the executive director to consider me like a year before I was even eligible to apply.
Hire me now.
It was borderline harassment, but I got it, and now I have my own office, and my dreams have been realized.
So your plan played out how you planned it.
Exactly.
My road was not as smooth. So I was employed at graduation in this fellowship opportunity, and this was not at all what I thought I would be doing when I graduated from college. I was going to be a prosecutor. I did every prosecution, internship, externship, opportunity, applied for every prosecution opportunity in the tri-state area, and I didn't get a job. Did not get hired. So I was about 6 months out from graduation. I was devastated. I thought that my life was over, my career was over, I was going to be miserable, I wasn't going to do what I wanted to do. So I said, okay, let me make a plan and regroup. So I applied for some things that were close to home and short term, like clerkships and fellowships, because I didn't know what I wanted to do and I didn't want to be committing to something long term.
Yeah.
So that's how I landed in my fellowship, which kind of brings me to our second big point here is you might need to temper your expectations of what you're going to be doing right after law school.
Keep your options open.
Yeah, so Puyan's plan went exactly according to plan. I think that's more rare. I think my story is...
I'm still surprised. I wake up every day and I'm like, wait, I own a law firm? That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, but those were your goals, and you realized them in the exact sort of steps that you had set up for yourself. I think my more bumpy road of I'm doing this, no, I'm doing that, no, I'm doing something else is a little more common. And even I see that now as a professor, students come in as one else with a certain hope and dream and graduate wanting to do something else. For me, I wanted to do the same thing all through law school, but then when that didn't happen, I was adjustable. I had to be, because I'm a person who works. There's no way I was going to be unemployed. So it didn't matter what the law job was, I was going to take it and do it and learn something from it. So sort of keep your options open and temper your expectation that perfect thing is what you're going to be doing right out of law school.
Absolutely. So how hard will it be to get a job straight out of law school? I mean, in 2008, it was miserable. Thereafter, it was miserable. Things are rebounding now.
Definitely.
I mean, even lower tier law schools are getting job offers left and right. The graduates are getting job offers. I mean, you may have to reduce your expectations of what your initial salary will be. You'll have to prove yourself, demonstrate your worth. But the jobs are out there. They're coming back.
Certainly. And there are some things you can do as a law student to put yourself in that best position, right? And these are things that your law school probably has available to you. Internships, externships, clinics. That's something that put Puyan in the great position he was in.
My clinical experience is what gave me the confidence to say I could start my own practice straight out of law school. I have all the resources available. I could do it ethically. And I could figure out how to navigate the court systems. It was all my clinical experience. And not everyone who took the clinic with me had the same experience. It's what you put into it.
Definitely. And same thing, like there are classes that are offered, like trial advocacy classes.
Totally. Trial ad's huge.
You could do trial ad teams or moot court, things like that. So any way to get some sort of hands-on experience will really make you a more marketable candidate and more employable when you graduate. So we hope everybody watching is getting applications out for internships or for jobs after law school, and that you reach your hopes and dreams as easily as Puyan did.
Yeah, and keep in mind, your school may not openly advertise all of these opportunities. I mean, it depends on how your school's publicity operates. So keep in mind that you may have to actively seek these positions without being told about them in advance. So just keep an eye out.
All right. Well, that seems like it's about it for today.
Yeah.
We will see you all back here next week.